Alright guys, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good today. Today is March the 22nd. It is about 6:30 in the evening. Well, at least it seems like it's the evening, but it looks like it's afternoon and out the window. But how is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good today. This is Marshal's Take, everybody, and let me transition that real quick. That way you can actually see the ending. So this feed is the stream today, or the podcast is going to be a short one for today, because I figured I need to put something up to say, hey, I'm still alive, I'm still doing these, but I've been very busy when it comes to my actual job and trying to balance this and my job that has, pay and insurance. That is key. So now that we got that out of the way, that's a bit of the update for the channel. Well, not really. It's more of a personal update, but we'll get to the channel update later on. But first off, we got some more LMDH news. It's about Porsche, and they have went on to say that, basically saying that they're ready to put their car for testing. They have went and they have chosen their engine. They have chosen their chassis. All they need to do now is to just build it, style it, which they did say when they're coming out of saying, yes, we're going to do LMDH. They did show a picture of a car, and if you notice what car it was, you already know what per se body or styling that they're going to use. And if you don't, let's just say they're probably going to be using the Porsche, something close to the Porsche 919, or the 918, sorry, the 918. So their road-going hybrid hypercar that they have. So they're probably just going to put some aerodynamics on it, put in the spec hybrid system, throw their engine in there, and there they go. There's their LMDH car, which they're probably one of the more that's ahead of the game when it comes to the LMDH game right now. They say that they are going to put it out at the end of this year, which gives them this year and next year to test. So this is going to be kind of fun for a good amount of speculations and whatnot. Which they're early in the game. They will be they're the first ones to say, hey, this is our car. We're still waiting for Acura. We're still waiting for we're still waiting for Audi to do anything. They've said that they're going to do it, but we haven't actually heard anything from them. So we're just waiting on them. But as far as this is what we're doing, we have our engine, we have our chassis, we have all this stuff. Porsche is ahead of the game. And this is definitely going to be some fun stuff. And from what I can understand about their driver situation, I think they are going to, I think some of them they're going to stick with their factory driver. So I think I saw that there was Patrick Pile is going to be one of the main drivers. And I think they're getting some LMP2 drivers to kind of get that affiliation with both of the P2s and the and going into the hypercars. So I think from what I saw, it was Patrick Pile and Sven Mueller for some of the ones that we start in this LMP2 chassis machinery. So, good job to Porsche. Then we go on to some more news, which is BMW. Now, if you do know that BMW is only doing the endurance races when it comes to the IMSA side of racing, this is their final year for the M8 GTE, which they will be moving on to the M4 GT3. Now, if you also do know that IMSA is also getting rid of GTLM, or if you only know it from the European side, that is GTE. So it is going to be strictly GT3 in IMSA. But where they're going to have a GT3 Pro and the GT3 AM class. So in there, BMW is also looking, I believe, at a couple of works teams, so more independent work teams that will be driving their new GT3 M4 GT3. Now we do know one of them is going to be just assumed is going to be the Turner Motorsport. They are loyal to BMW through and through. So I'm sure they're going to be one of the first people to get this new M4 GT3 car. It doesn't state much about any others that are going to be going into it, but from what it looks like, they may have some that are discussing some contract stuff for some GT3 programs, either in IMSA or maybe some stuff in like SRO stuff. So like your Pirelli World Challenge stuff. But as far as the whole GT3 convergence into the in IMSA, which is about time. It was about time. I went into that before in a previous video, probably within the last couple of videos. But it will definitely make for some good competition, and it will gain some more teams coming over here. Speaking of teams and GT3, global GT3 specs, when it comes to Corvette is I think they're not tucking tail and running away. They're just not prepared for all this. Rumor has it is that IMSA was going to have them, or going to let them modify their car to enter into this GT3 spec class, but I think they wanted to, from what Corvette says, they want to build this car, but they're just not ready yet, where they're just looking at some contractual stuff and all the PR stuff. So, I mean, if they don't make it the next year, so be it. We have plenty of competition in the GT3 classes. Plenty of it. All right, so that's mainly it for the news section of this stream. Let's go over to Sebring real quick. I got a few things that I need to mention before. First, I'm going to give a couple of congratulations to some of the winners of each class. So, what surprised me, I think we didn't see this coming, but the Mustang sampling. So the JDC Miller Motorsport Mustang sampling, they won overall an all French driving team. So good job to them. Oliver Jarvis, Harry Tinknell, Jonathan Bomarito in the Mazda Motorsports. Now they did win it last year. They were on point to win it this year, but I guess a bad pit call kind of messed them up a little bit, but they came in second. They got on the podium, so good job for them for Mazda Motorsports. And then finally, to round out the DPI podium, was the Meyershank Racing, the Acura. So you got Oliver Pla, Juan Pablo Montoya, and Dane Cameron. So congratulations to them for winning in their class, or rather placing in their class. P2, we have Scott Hufker, Ben Keating, and if this volume button gets out of the way, Mikkel Jensen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. From PR1 Matheson Motorsports. So the Wins LMP2, and that thing just looks absolutely beautiful, and I love it so much. Next up, we have the Era Motorsports. Ryan Dalziel. I'm very sorry if I butcher these names. I really am. We have first names: Ryan, Dwight, and Kyle. Congratulations on making it to the podiums. I'm sure. Was that the only two? I thought there was more. I know I saw United on there. Did they DNF? It was really hard for me to watch this Sebring race because it kept going on to, it went on to Gold, NBC Gold, and I don't have NBC Gold. So to be honest with you, I only grabbed about probably the last 4 hours of it. The rest of it, I was just listening to it on the IMSA app. But from what I could hear, it was a good race. It was a damn good race from what I could hear. And the last couple hours that I did see, it was a good race. It really was. So, up next is the GTLM, or the GTEs. Surprisingly, I didn't see this coming. Sorta. Sorta. But we're going to keep going on. The WeatherTech Racing with Matt Campbell, Cooper McNeil, and Neil Hiani. Is that right? No. Sorry. Wrong one. Matt Campbell, Cooper McNeil, and Matthew? Is that right? Yamnet? Again, I apologize. Second place, which was actually one of the reccees of the last bit of the full course caution, was Connor in the BMW Team RLL. I believe this was the black one. Got Connor DeFelipe, Philip Eng, and Bruno Spangler. Then we have in third place Augusto Farfus, John Edwards, and Jesse Krohn in the red BMW RLL. So congratulations to the GTLM podium sitters. In P3, we have the amazing Colin Brown in Core Autosports, Jonathan Bennett, George Kurtz. We have Dylan Murray, Jerome Bligamolen, and Jim Cox of O'Reilly Motorsports. And finally, to round out the podiums is Scott Andrews, Gar Robertson, Spencer Piggott of Riley Motorsports. Then next to the GT3 class, or GTD, we have Lawrence Vantour, Kern, and Zachary Robichon of Path Motorsports. Then we have the Patrick Long, Trent Hinman, and Neil and Jan Halen of Wright Motorsports. And finally, to round everything off, is Ross Gunn, Ian James, and Roman DeAngelis of Heart of Racing Team. So 2 Porsches and an Aston Martin. So congratulations to all the podium sitters of the 12 hours of Sebring. I believe next race is going to be in mid-Ohio, because it would usually be the Long Beach. Usually it would be Long Beach, but certain situations right now prevent us from doing that. So like I said, I couldn't have caught much of the live pictures of the Sebring race, but I heard most of it from the IMSA app, and a lot of it was really good racing. I want to talk about real quick the number 48 Cadillac. I will give this person kudos, but this car, they beat the hell out of their car. Jimmy Johnson, Simon Pagenaud, and Kamui Kobayashi, I believe, they beat the hell out of this car, but somehow or another they kept it. They kept the thing going. I mean, they spun it, banged it against another car, and yet it just kept going. Now that was the sort of same issue when it came to the Mustang sampling car. That car got beaten up to hell as well, but they ended up winning the whole thing. But I will say I'm sorry for the number. I believe it was the number one Cadillac of Chip Ganassi. I was really rooting for Magnussen to finally have a winning feeling for once. I really was. So, but again, congratulations to all the podium sitters of the race. And up next will be Mid Ohio. All right. We got all that out of the way. We got Sebring out of the way. We got some of the news out of the way. Let's go on to some of the channel updates. So, like I said before on the previous video, I was going to say try to keep it to where I was going to keep a steady schedule. But, it's a massive but. It's a big but. The work has absolutely just been piling it on. Some people don't show up for work. All this other stuff. It's a bit ridiculous, but it pays to what's the word I'm looking for? Finance this whole thing. So, or finance other things that I need to do. So, as far as I'm going to be going forward with this channel, I'm not getting rid of it. I have just started. So when it comes to this channel, I'm going to do my very best to put out some of the more, what in my opinion, the more important and more important news when it comes to sports car, because that's what I want this channel to be more about is sports car news related. I will still do some IndyCar stuff here and there, some Formula One stuff as the year progresses. But as far as the main idea of the channel is going to be specifically sports car. So I'm going to try to give you some of the better news that I can, given with how much time that I have. So just have some patience with the channel. I'm not getting rid of it. It's still going to be, the Marshal's take. I'm still going to see if I can try to break down some incidents that I will be able to remember. And hopefully, maybe if I'm able to, I'll actually get a camera. I'll buy me a GoPro camera, and I'll actually see if I can bring you all along with me when it comes to Petit Le Mans. Since I'll be marshaling for that, I'll see if I can upload some videos of me and some of me and my colleagues doing the Petit Le Mans corner marshaling stuff. But I'm just doing my best, trying to give you the best news that I possibly can with what time that I have. So like example, the BMW and the Porsche, giving you stuff like the LMDHs, updates about different classes, different teams, and whatnot. And I think that's really about it for the day. Like I said, it was going to be a very brief day, just to get something out there and to say I'm still here. So I guess with that being said, guys, it's still going to be up on the channel. I'm going to have it up if you guys miss it. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, drop a comment down below or shoot me a message on YouTube. I'll get back with you as soon as I possibly can. Until then, I believe I'm going to end it here, guys. Yeah. I hope you guys have a good day, good evening, good night, wherever it is that you're watching, and hopefully I will see time on the Marshal's take. Take care, guys.